Hello, everyone, and welcome to 2019 to this episode of Deal Talk. And this is a production from AuctionArtificialIntelligence.com. My name is Richard Troutner. I'm so excited to be with you today because 2019 is getting off to an incredible start when it comes to foreclosure auction opportunities as real estate investments. Now, if you've seen any of the other deal talks before, you know that what we talk about here are incredible real estate deals going through the foreclosure auction. The foreclosure auction being the judicial process by which a property is sold when a lien forecloses. There's a lot of technicalities that you can do to look up on that, and we'll be adding more videos which get into some of those topics. But this is really for those that already know about this, or maybe you don't, but you're definitely going to learn a lot by watching through this video. And what we're really doing today, going to be going over some deals, because right now, as we speak, properties are going through the foreclosure auction. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump over to the auction site. We're going to see a little bit of what's going on right now at the auction, and then I'm going to reveal an incredible product, a software that we're putting out, and that is Auction Artificial Intelligence. And right now you have the opportunity to be able to jump on and get access to the information for some of these incredible deals that are going through the auction. So let's jump over and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. So we see here's the auction calendar, and on the auction calendar we have this highlighted in green, and this is highlighted in green because this is going on today. Let me actually refresh this, and if you see, there's two numbers. There's 27 over 240, so that means there's 27 active auctions, and there's 240 that were total that were scheduled for today. So if we were to, where's my mouse? Let's click on this, and what do we have going on here? So this is, for those of you who don't know, this is the Brenda D. Foreman, Broward County Clerk of Courts official foreclosure sales site. So this is directly linked up with the Clerk of Courts in Broward County, and there's a department, I assume, that transfers the data from the court docket into this auction site, and this site is solely for performing the auction functions. So if we scroll down a little bit, we see this property right here, 12350 Northwest 11th Court in Pembroke Pines, has a high bid of $181,000, which is right here, and there's 50 seconds left on the bid. How exciting is that? So this is what the foreclosure auction is like. It's literally down to the second. Depending on what kind of real estate you may be doing, it may be a long, real estate is usually a very slow process, but the foreclosure auction is one of the fastest ways to do real estate deals that I've ever seen, and which we have actual proof of. And that's what I'm going to get into in a moment, of a case study that we did, well, where we bought a property, we found the deal, and we wholesaled that deal to a real estate agent, and he's in the process of selling it at full market value. It's a $500,000 property, which we purchased for less than $100,000, and it's a pretty incredible deal, and it's just one of many that's going on. We can see today, so let's see, let's scroll down. So this property is up to $181,000, and we still have 3 pages. Oh, so it just went. Somebody just won that property. Let's see this. So there's 22 pages of property today. Jesus. So let's see. Where was that? 1, 2, 3, 5. Right? 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 5. Where's 1, 2, 3, 5? The auction's moving so fast, it's sometimes hard to keep up. Oh, here we go. So the plaintiff won. So this one actually didn't go to a bidder. No one was bidding. And it looked like they were going to bid up to $293,000. So now what I want to do is I want to go to auction Let's see how good our system is. This is a beta system. We're actually going to be moving the whole system over. But for those of you that find this interesting and find this useful, I suggest that you sign up right now, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Let me actually open this up in another tab. I got some. We're actually currently updating the properties as we speak. So let's open up a new tab. So if you were to go to the website right now, which I encourage that you do if you're watching, what you're going to see, and you can explore all around the site, you're going to see Auction AI, find auction deals fast. You're going to land on the home page. You have an advanced search page. You have About Us, and then Deal Talk, which is where this is. You could find this. You could always find this live. Let's see. Watch the video on YouTube. Maybe we'll have to fix that. Can we see us here? There we go. Yes, you can. Alright, so you can find this on here. We'll see what's going on there so we can get it live on the site. And then you should be able to always find the latest episode of Deal Talk, auctionartificialintelligence.com/Deal Talk, or you could go to hover over the About Us and click Deal Talk. So then what does the site do? Well, this site has two main functions where you can list deals. So maybe you're a real estate agent, maybe you're a wholesaler, maybe you're a homeowner, maybe you're an investor, and you're looking for another way to market your property. I would suggest you list your deal on auctionartificialintelligence.com. And when you click on list deal, you have to be logged in. So you can get a free account by signing up right here. And then you will log in there. But before we get to the list deals, what we're going to do is we're going to go to find deals. And when you're going to find a deal, we have 4 packages right now. So for $49 a month, you're going to be able to search by the deal type. You have the deal map, the advanced search, the watch list, and then the deal information. For $99 a month, you get all that, plus you get the property details. This includes things like the owner, name, and their mailing address. For the $199, we include the tax collector information, so how much taxes have been paid, how much taxes are due. We also include the Research Quick Assist, which links you over to all the different sites, and I'm going to show you how that works. And then the Enterprise, you're going to get all of that plus the direct auction information, the last sale information, and the Zillow information, and it's all going to be on the same page. So let me just show you what that looks like. And to find deals, we want to use this login page, not this one. And we want to sign in your account, and I'm going to show you what an enterprise account will look like. So now that we're logged in, what we want to do is let's go see some of the deals that were happening in 2018. So what I want to do is to go into the advanced search, and let me pull this up a little bit. So now we have property type, and we're going to click on potential deal. We can do all cities, all states. So right now you can see all the cities. There seems to be some other stuff there, but then we have Florida, all zip codes, all countries, bedrooms. So some properties have up to 10 bedrooms, 12 bedrooms. You can search by bathrooms. You can search by the status. Now what this means is the status of a foreclosure auction could be one of 4 things. Every foreclosure auction, for it to get to auction, there has to be a final judgment, and with that final judgment there has to be an amount attached to that. So that's what the judge orders based on the court case that went on, what is due, and we'll go over that in a second. So the plaintiff bid is what the plaintiff puts in as a bid for the property, and sometimes they leave it as hidden. If we go back to the auction site, So sometimes the plaintiff bid, here we go, plaintiff max bid is hidden, and sometimes it's shown, as you can see clearly right here. So now why it's hidden or why it's shown is up to the plaintiff, and the plaintiff being the one who brought the foreclosure case. So the plaintiff, could either input their max bid, and then they're doing something like inputting it into the system here, or they could keep it hidden, and it's either going to be one or the other. And when it's hidden, they may not have inputted one, they may not have put one in. I think it always either says hidden or it says something, so you just don't know. But when you do have it, when you do have a plaintiff max bid, that gives you a good idea of, well, it gives you a solid idea of what the plaintiff is willing to bid up to, so what you would need to bid on top of to be able to acquire that property. So when looking at the auction and how much profit is involved, if you have a plaintiff max bid, that's a better idea of what the price of the property is going for. And then you have sold. These are properties that have sold, so that's what we're going to be looking at right now. Is we're going to be looking at properties that sold in January of 2018, and we're going to be actually doing an episode. I'm going to go through each month of deals, and we'll see what's going on. Now, why do we love the foreclosure auction so much? Well, because of it's a way that the average person can get involved in real estate, and there's so many real estate courses out there. The market's really, saturated, and there's a million ways to do it. And we've been through all of them. I can say personally, I've been through pretty much a lot of the different strategies that have gone on. And my mentor, Romeo Sykes, has actually paid over $1 million to attend over 50, probably at this point over 100 of these different courses. And this is the most powerful one because of the speed in which it happens, the predictability in which it happens, and just the volume of deals. There's what we just left in 2018. Many would consider probably a down year if you're looking to invest in foreclosures, because delinquencies were at all-time lows, compared to the times in 2007, 2008, through 2011, when foreclosures were all-time highs. Now, while it's true that there were a lot more foreclosures just years past, there's, even on a year which is considered a down year, what we're about to see is just the amount of properties that are going at incredible prices where there's profit to be made. And it's something that pretty much, anyone, any American out there, whether you're a business owner or you're a real estate agent or you've been an investor in the past or whatever it is, you can do this. And what we're doing here is making the tools and the opportunities necessary for more people to be able to do it, and we'll be getting into that as we go along. So let's search now January 2018. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on these dates. 2018, 2000, that's 2019, 2018, 2018, 2018, 2018. Let's just make sure. 2000. So this is January. That's what we're looking up. We're going to see. You probably can't hear me all that well from over there, but I'm selecting everything in January. A lot of days with auctions in January. Okay. Now we're in October. So, let's go back up. We're going to look at, let's search. Okay. So how many pages, how many deals did we get? And let's see why they were deals. Let's break it down. That's what we're here to do on Deal Talk. We're here to talk about deals. 23 pages of deals. Is that even right? Oh, maybe because I put the potential. Deal. Well, either way, let's take a look at this. So this one was sold. Now, let's break down what the numbers mean here. And then we'll jump into it. So we have on the side, we have the map. And then we have the actual listings. And so breaking it down, we can see how many photos. We can then add the property to our watch list. So if we click that little heart, it'll turn into an X, and then we can come back to this property. We can compare this property with another property, and then we can see how many people have viewed it. And I'm one of the first people to view this property, so I think it just got uploaded. When did it come online? 1 day ago, so it came up yesterday. This was in the Miami upload. So now let's click inside and let's see what we have going on here. So it was sold for $300, and when it's sold for that amount, that's likely it was sold to the plaintiff. So sold 22801 Southwest 88 Plaza, Unit 202, Cutler Bay. Cutler Bay. I lived down in Cutler Bay for a little while. Let's see, we have January 11th, 2018, 11:42 a.m. There was a final judgment of $25,000. Plaintiff max bid of $25,000. There's a potential profit of $109,000. And then it looks like no one bid on this property. So it's a 2-2, 800 square feet, built in 2007, $113,000 market value. And then the assessed value. And then it was sold. So even with the plaintiff max bid, there's no taxes due. Taxes are about $3,300. Close or cancel. Sold to plaintiff. So no one bid on this property. So this is a property that was going for $25,000. It's worth anywhere from $100 to $110,000, and no one bid on it. Now there's many reasons why someone may not bid on it. It could have been, but we could see the plaintiff sold it here in February 2018, and there hasn't been another sale since. So let's say you would have gotten this property for $25,600, right? Because that's what you would have to. The bidding goes in increments of $100, so you couldn't bid $25,571, but you could bid $25,600. So let's say you bid that, which for all intents and purposes would have been the winning bid, and then you got title in February, and then after you get title, if someone was living in there, you would get a what's called a writ of possession through the court. And if you do everything right, you could have it, probably the writ of possession within 30 days, and actually get possession of the property. So let's say March 1st you have possession of the property, and then let's say it takes you about 30 days to clean up the place, paint the place, and then put some furniture in, put some ads up, and you can get it rented by April 1st. And now we're saying that this thing rents for $1,700 a month, and let's just cross-reference that. So now this is where the Research Quick Assist comes in. Now the Research Quick Assist, if we click it, where does go to auction takes us? It takes us right to the date of the auction, January 11th, 2018. So not just to the auction site, but to the day of the auction site. Now if we click on the appraiser, where does that take us? it takes us right to the property, not just to the appraiser, but right to the property page. Then if we click to see property sketch. Ooh, this one even surprises me. Let's see if it works. Dun, dun, dun. All right, then, ooh, no, the application is unavailable. So that one didn't work. But some properties don't have a sketch. So we'll look at another property because it's a condo. So maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But we can go to Zillow, and Zillow is saying, look, sold for $300. It's empty now, I guess. I don't know what they're trying to do with it, but that's the property. Something like this definitely could rent for $1,700. That's not unreasonable. They don't have any Zestimate details. Oh, there you go. Rental Zestimate, $1,450. So $1,450. Zillow's saying $1,450. We're saying $1,700. Let's see the taxes. So today in Broward, over 240 properties went through the auction. Now, let's say you were the average bidder and you had money in your bidder account. Now, the way it works is you have to have 5% of your maximum bid amount, or whatever you want to bid, in the bidder account. So if you wanted to get this property for let's say 26,000, 26,000 times 0.05, $1,300. So you'd have to have $1,300 in the bidder account, and then you would bid on this property, and either someone would bid against you or they wouldn't. And then once you won, you would get title. And if there's nobody in there, I don't know if there's anybody in there. There's definitely nobody in there now. Then you can rent this out for $1,500, $1,450 to $1,700 a month. So let's say you did that, and let's say there is another mortgage, because one of the main pitfalls about foreclosure auction properties is that you can get it and then someone else can foreclose on you and then they can get it. So now with this property, we know, which is why we're going over these case studies, because we can really look at what happened and what we could have done. Oh, look, we can see the last sale. Nice. Look at this. So you see all this in the one click, and this is what the research, well, this is in the enterprise version. You can see the last sale. So, oh, it was sold to the courts at Bayshore Master Association, Inc., a Florida nonprofit corporation. Very interesting. So this was sold, and then, let's just check my phone. And, okay. Sorry about that. Let's see what... Oh no. The little battery pack on my keyboard needs some help. This is why you should get an Auction Artificial Intelligence membership, so that we don't have keyboard things coming off the keyboard while we're looking at 5- and 6-figure profit deals. So let's say you bought it for $26,000. Now it would take you a while. This is definitely not the best deal, but let's say $1,500 you rent it for, and there's a homeowners association that's probably like $200-300. So let's say you can net like $1,200 a month. So $1,200. So if we do our $26,000 plus some repairs and things like that, so let's say you're at $35,000 divided by 1,200. That's not right. $29 months. So in about 29 months, you could get your money back. Now that's a little long. We usually would never bid that high. So if we're looking at it just as a rental, there wouldn't be probably that profit in there. But we do know, we can see that you could have been collecting rent at least from April. Which is not bad. So let's see if we can find, oh no, a better deal. That's just one deal. This is why something like auction artificial intelligence is so important. Advanced search. All potential deal. And let's see by the final judgment. That's not going to be. It's going to have to be sold. Let's just search by potential deal. How about that? And let's see if we can find one that really starts kicking. 140,000 sold for 137,000 for 160,000. Let's see. Taxes due, plaintiff bid. Sold potential deal. Here we go. How about that? Sold, 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 sold. So let's see what was sold. That's what we really want to see, right? 35,100, 160,000 market value, rents for 1,300 a month. There's 124,900 in potential profit. Now, did this sell to a third-party bidder, or did this sell to the plaintiff? Let's see. Oh, do I have to log in? I guess I gotta log in. Log in. Log in with my enterprise account. Boom. Let's go back. Potential deal. Sold. Search. Let's see what's going on here. $933 Southwest, another one in Cutler Bay. Plaintiff max bid. So here's one. Third party bidder. So with the auction information, I can see who it was sold to, the sold amount. So 39,100, and we can see who owns this now. Irene M. Gonzalez. So this one rents for $1,300 a month. So it's definitely not a rental deal. And it hasn't been sold since. There's a certificate of title. So who was foreclosing on this one? Ah, the condominium association. And then it went to Irene. So Irene was the third party bidder. And did Irene Did she buy it for? I think this is the owner buying it. No, Carolina Lopez Martinez was who it was before, and then Irene bought it. So Irene bought this for $35,100, and now she has anywhere from $124,000 in equity, and could have possibly been renting it for 5 to 6 months now, making back already like 10,000. See, that's the thing. So if there is equity and you are doing it smart and you're renting it like immediately, you know, the faster you can rent it, even if it's you're not really looking to do it as a rental, it makes sense to start recouping it back. And in South Florida, the rental market is out of control, so you could rent it pretty fast. What is it? Oh, it's a 3.2. Yeah, you could rent the shit out of this. I think the rental is more than 1,300. I think we're coming in a little low. Let's see, what does Zillow say about this? Look at this, pending for 220. That would be interesting to see if they sell that for 220. Home value, that would be an outrageous return. It's a $240,000 place, at least on Zillow. Bunch of people moving down there to Cutler Bay. Rentals estimate unavailable, so we don't know. That'd be incredible if it sold for anything near that. So that's a great deal. That's definitely a great deal. Are the taxes paid? Who owns this thing? Who actually owns this thing? So we have Irene and one other owners. Oh, the Living Trust. Okay, so it's Irene. It's all Irene. There's a bank paying the taxes, so there may be a bank on this. That's why you want to look at the rental. $35,100. Very interesting. Let's go to the event. Let's try this again. Let's try searching by a date. 1/1/2018. Let's go to potential deal. And now, what do we got going on? Nothing. So it is working by the date. So let's add 1/2/2018. Let's just go one by one. All property types, potential deal, sold. Ooh, now we're getting dangerous. Nothing. So let's go potential deal, sold, four, 5, 7, 8. Four, 5, 8. So like a 2, 0, 3, there's a 3, 19, and a 3, 18. Let's see. Do we find anything? There's a lot of dates in here. Yeah, alright. Haha. It is working. 1/5/2018, 1/5. So you could see we are testing it live. some things are going to work, some things are not going to work. Okay. And that's what Deal Talk is really doing, because we are developing intensely right now. We've been in development all through the holiday break. And it's pretty incredible. And it's because this market, and if anything is like what the people are saying, that the next crash is coming, whatever and however, and rising interest rates, or all those things that are going on, and the conditions return where there's going to be, because last year, let's take a look at this. Miami-Dade foreclosure count. They actually have it on the county website. Foreclosure filing statistics. So let's take a look at this. What does it say? Blow this up. So in 2018, we see there's like 250, 300, 400. And then these aren't auctions. This is just filings. These are just new filings. So there was 4,676 new foreclosures that happened. And what we have in the auction, what we know there is now let's go into some of the behind the scenes here. Now right here we have, this is the back end data that's supporting auction artificial intelligence. So what I want to see is how many, these are all the auctions. Are these in order? Yeah, these are in order. All right, so 2018, we can actually sort these. We actually move a little bit easier. Boom. All right, 2018. We're going to go from here, and we'll go to the bottom. So there were, how many? It says the count down here. 9,681 auctions. Now, if we see how many, if we just see how many were sold to third-party bidders, so it didn't go to the plaintiff. How many sold to third-party bidders? Definitely filtered out a lot of them, but 1,441 third-party bidder purchases for a total of, if you just want to see how big this market is, and this is just Miami-Dade County. We're not even looking at Broward. We're not looking at Palm Beach. We're looking at one county. Now, mind you, it is the biggest county in South Florida. So in total, third-party bidders spent $262,700,000, $700,500 in 2018 on foreclosure auction properties. How incredible is that? Now, if we go to the market value of all these properties, let's see how much equity, potential equity, they picked up, because there can always be liens and things in front of it, but still. Appraiser market value. Let's just go off the appraiser market value. Let's go all the way to the bottom. Boom. For some reason blank. So in total, we're looking at $283,127,312 in market value. So $262 million for $283 million. There's about $20 million in profit there. That's overall. Now this is where auction artificial intelligence gets really exciting, because we're now going to filter down to the potential deals, because we don't say everything's a deal at the auction. There's many motivations that people pay, full price or more. So let's filter down to just what we consider at least a viable potential deal. Oh no, did I break Excel? Okay, so now we're at potential deal. So how much did they spend on what at least we consider a potential deal? $6,440,400. Okay, so for $6,440,000, what was picked up? Now let's go to the market value and let's see. All right. $32,590,362. That is right. So for $6,400,000, over $32 million in potential equity was picked up. Now you see how the numbers really change there. So if you're looking at cash on cash return on the overall thing, what everybody's doing at the auction, and why many real estate investor teachers and people tell you, hey, stay away from the foreclosure auction, is because, yeah, sure, if you look at the whole market, $262 million picked up $280 million in property. You're only looking at maybe like a 5 to 6% return or something like that. But what about $6 million, about $7 million, picked up $32 million in property? Now we're talking about somewhere between a 400 and 450% cash on cash return. So some of these properties are going to sell, they're going to rent. There's a lot of things that can happen, but this is just one county. This is just 1 year at the foreclosure auction. And you can see how much data is involved. So this is now all being produced by our own proprietary software. Called Auction Artificial Intelligence. So there's the website, and then there's the desktop software, which isn't available to the public, but we'll do a little sneak peek of it today, where we can see and we can actually actively mine the foreclosure auction. And so what we see here right now, we're in the middle of pulling the Palm Beach County data so we could talk about the deals that are going on there. And what's actually happening right now is pretty incredible, and I don't think exists anywhere else in the real estate market right now, and that's the ability to actively mine properties, mining the data. And the thing with the foreclosure auction, it's a right now kind of thing, as we can see. Are there still auctions going on? Let's put that up on the screen. Here we go. So, oh yeah, let me finish this. So this year there's 4,676 properties that got filed, and then there was 9,000, almost 10,000 auctions. Then there was 1,400 properties that went to third-party bidders, and then there's what's the count on this? There is, just look at the bottom. $185 that were considered potential deals. And I mean, there's other ones outside the 185 which are probably deals when you really break down the numbers. We're just looking at what's falling into our category here is that there's a 100% return on your investment. So if what you spent is left in equity, then we consider it at least a potential deal. So there's enough room to make back what you made and then be able to double that, which is 100% return. That's pretty incredible. And we're looking at being able to turn these profits in 5, 6, 7 months max if we're looking at a flip deal, and even as a rental deal. We're not looking to really spend any more than 7, 8, 9 months of rent, depending on what the situation is. So these are incredible returns. They're solid. What's going on? It's like deleting data. I don't want to be deleting data. Don't be deleting data on me. So this is why so this all was a manual process only a year, 2 years ago. Completely manual, where it was picking up all this information and aggregating it, and on a daily basis on the day before the auction. So if we go back to our auction site, are there still properties going on for auction? All right. So this property, it doesn't look like anyone's bidding on this for whatever reason. Maybe it's not worth it. I don't know. But either way, you can see the high bid's only $100. The bid's about to be over. There's only a few properties left, so I guess we could have a drum roll or something, because oh, there's, look at this, $5,000, 13100. Can we find this one? Oh, it's moving fast. The auction is moving fast. There's just somebody walking back there. Oh, that's why. That's my window. Okay, so there's 4,600 filings this year. Then if we look 2017, 5,200 filings. 2016, 7,200 filings. And so we see that, like I said, we're in a down year. You know, the foreclosures are as low as they've ever been, and there's still $32 million worth of property going that went for $6 million. So what does this year have to hold? Is it more? Is it less? We don't know, but all we know is that no matter what's going on, no matter what problems are going on, the foreclosure process has been something that's been happening since, I mean, the beginning of time, since the Romans and the Egyptians and whatever they were calling it. So it's not going anywhere. The only difference now is that it's online, that it's visible, and there's tools like Auction Artificial Intelligence that can show you where the deals are. So using Auction Artificial Intelligence, I want to see that $5,000 deal. Do we have that in here? Southwest 11th Court. Whoa. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to mine today's auction properties that are going on. One, three, and I want to go see that property. So we're going to go to the auction site right now. Let's see, it's going to do it. All right. There it is, 13100. So what is this property? Why is it going for $5,000? Plaintiff max bid $6,300. What is it worth? It's worth $100,000. It's worth $107,000. 700 square feet. Last sold for $7,200. This will be an interesting deal. So it's starting at $6,300. Let's see if anyone bids on that. Looks like it would be a great. That's a rental deal. If it goes for $6,300 or under $10,000, now that's a rental deal. Now look at this. This one started at $9,000, $5,181. Do we have that one? It was $5,181. Oh man, there's so many. Where's $5,181? I was asking it to do just a little too much. Let's jump in here. 1, 3, 19. Does it even mind that first one? No, it doesn't. But maybe I have it. I know I have this property. Here it is. Right? This has to be it. Oakland Park Boulevard, right? No. There it is. This is it. Whoa. I'm just writing things in here. That is no good. How are you not finding it? You just found it. How are you not finding it? It's not possible. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay. Oh, here we go. This is an out-of-state owner. Look at that. So the owner's out of state. Last sold for $16,000? What the hell? Oh, it's only worth $34,000. That's no fun. Next. Someone's bidding that up to 20. So they're paying like full price. What about this one? $4,704. Can you just find this? Can we find it? The mailing address. I didn't delete it. You know what we should actually do? I'm doing this all wrong. I'm doing this all wrong. This is the wrong way to do this, folks. What should be done is this. Auction date. Get rid of that. Go into here. Go into there. Get rid of that. January 3rd. That's all we need. Give me my January 3rd. And then let's put potential deal. That's true. What potential deals are left, if any? There we go. How many potential deals? How much potential profit? This is how you really use Auction AI. Highest potential profit. So there's $571,000 of potential profit going today at the auction. Let's see what happened to it. This is how you do it. Copy the parcel ID. You jump right back over to the auction. That one hasn't gone yet. Are any of these still going? There's a couple that were canceled. Let's get rid of the ones that were canceled. This is why you need tools for the auction. Imagine doing all this manually. There's so many properties, so many pages. It's happening in real time. There's just no way. Multiple counties. Oh, this one's still going. So how much this one is still going, and this is that one. Oh, 13100 potential deal. 90,000 in potential profit. So let's highlight this. You're being highlighted. Boom. Clear whatever formatting that you have. Or no, don't. There we go. So that one's still going. So we're going to see what that does in real time. Let's see, is this one here? No. Oh, where did that one go? Oh, that one's still going. So how much potential profit's in this one? Dun da 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 da. Dun da da. How much is going? It's intense. I'm not even bidding today, and it's intense. How much potential profits in here? $56,000. Hot damn. So between those two, we're at $140,000 potential profit that's still going towards the end of this auction. That's incredible. What's the next one? Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Dun. Okay, so those two are going. Not the biggest deals, but they're still going. And let's just change the status of these other ones because they're done. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Get rid of those. And we have those two deals going on. So over man, the auction's just moving so fast. on auctionartificialintelligence.com. If once again, if you like what's going on, if you want to surf around the deals, you can actually search and surf around. Oh, look, there's my membership. And then you'll have, so the first thing you would do, you would come to the home page, you click on find deals, select the package, start with the smallest package, see if you like it. And then, if you really want the extra information, and we're going to be adding just so much information. We got so much planned for this app because of what we can do now with technology. We're going to be doing some machine learning on the data. We're going to be pulling out the mortgages. There's really a gap in between where the big data providers are providing, title information, where sites like auction.com, they're showing their they show a lot of these properties, and that's probably something that you're wondering. Well, what about auction.com? Well, the thing about auction.com is they show a select amount of auction properties, actual public foreclosure auction properties, and then they show a lot of their own properties, which there's really nothing against that. They do their own auction bidding, so people come in, they can see some of the properties that are going there. They have a title report on the page that you can access, and I think they have a $49 a month thing, so that's great. And they really want you to bid and see what's going on. So what Auction Artificial Intelligence is purely for the foreclosure auction, and we're really doing the testing in South Florida, so in the Tri-County area in South Florida. And our goal is then to be able to, because each county has the same structure, they just have different levels of information availability online. So Florida is very good about being online. There's a Florida law that kind of pushes that everything needs to happen online or can happen online. So a lot of the counties are showing up online. So it's a great kind of testing ground for it. And then across the country, this is happening. And, the reason why it goes online is because there could be more rigging of the bidding if it's, at a certain place at a certain time, only certain people can show up. And then, but now, anyone can bid, and now it's just doing the research, doing the due diligence. So Auction Artificial Intelligence is a technology that we're building from the ground up as investors, looking at properties to invest in, and then looking at all the pitfalls and being able to put that all in one place. So these prices will definitely be going up as we add more to it, because the kind of information that we're providing there's costs with it, because it's accessing the public records and accessing Zillow and even accessing and getting the Google images. All those have cost. So then we're developing on top of that, and this is what we use in our own business. And let me just show you what we mean. So we have a real estate agent who became a student, who joined the program. And once he joined the program, he had gone to the auction before. He had won properties in the past and then lost monies on the properties. So he was looking for a way to find a deal that was really a deal. And he came into the program in May, and then he started out with about $30,000 to spend. And for the kind of deal that he was looking for, we said it's going to be really hard, because $30,000 is really what you want to have ready to spend on a rental property, and that's what we call the Model 3. We have a Model 1, which is the free and clear. So this is where a property doesn't have a mortgage, or any of the open mortgages have been satisfied or released. And then there's either the mortgage itself, the first mortgage itself, is foreclosing for, but it's a low mortgage, or a inferior lien is foreclosing, and then there's no superior lien. That's Model 1. Model 2, there is a small lien foreclosing, which gives the opportunity to come in and buy a property that has, at least 100% profit. And there's a superior lien, but it's for an amount that leaves equity, and this was the case with this property that we're about to look at. So here we are on the auction site now on August 3rd, 2018. If we go down, we could see that there's Deerfield Beach, this property, and then here we go. So 16318 Southwest 31st Street in Miramar. Now if we go to, if we search that online, actually let's search that on Auction Artificial Intelligence. How about that? 16318. Still updating. Either way, that's going to be coming online. I think we're still updating. So, but we can look at what's in the auction right now. And so this property, if we looked it up over here, we look at it on Zillow. Zillow has it at $514,000. It has it renting at $3,300 a month. 6-bedroom, 4-bath. So it's a 6-bedroom, 4-bathroom house. It's a pretty big house. And so this property was sold for $97,000. You can see it was last sold for $381,000 in 2004. So the market value definitely holds up. That was pre-crash, and we're probably at a high in the market right now. So plaintiff max bid, the bidding started at $10,150, and then we purchased this property for $97,600. So you can see in the property appraiser, Family Together LLC now owns it, and they're going to be reselling it. So that's the corporation of our realtor student client. Where's the photo? Come on, give me the photo. How is there no photo here? This is technology. I love technology. It's not just auction artificial intelligence. Even the property appraiser. This photo definitely should be loading. That's crazy. So for whatever reason, there's not the photo, but we could see this property. Come on. You see it over here. I know what we can do. This is how we can still use Auction AI. 8/3/2018. Look at that. We're exactly, what is that? 5 months? Properties. There we go. So here's 16318 in Miramar. Boom. The property appraiser has it worth from 435 to 455, and then Zillow has it worth 500. There's the tax bills. It's searching everybody right now. Wait, it's going to that. It's going hog wild. Here's all the auction information. All of the appraiser information. The sales history. So this property, it had only one owner. And this is where we found all this through the software. So what's the point of all this? Was being able to use the software, and no matter which way, whether it's from the Excel sheet, from the desktop software, or from the website, being able to quickly find the data. So, you know, if you're doing notes and you're doing everything individually, you know, you're doing a lot of redundant work. You know, there's a lot of numbers, there's just a lot of things to keep track of, and you physically have to see it because you have to make a split decision on whether something's a deal or not a deal. So this property, if we go back to and we see what happened in this deal, and this is our live case study of how we acquired this deal. Any of these foreclosures, like I said, you know, something can't just go up to auction. It has to go through the judicial process. So before it reaches this site, it reaches this site, the Broward. So as you see, it's the same logo. It's just a blue background. And then this is where you can search for the case. So now if we see in the auction, how do we know the case number? Well, we know from here, case number right there. So let's copy this number. Let's go over to the case search. Let's paste the case number in. Let's say I'm not a robot, because I'm not a robot. And let's search. And that's going to bring us the case. Silver Isles Homeowners Association, Inc. Plaintiff versus Valerie Maglore, that previous owner that we had seen. And let me adjust the mic. Let me. You don't really need to see my face. You can see my profile. It'll be okay. So where this case starts, and where every foreclosure case starts, and if you're an attorney or you're aware with this, you should be, but a lot of people aren't, which is why foreclosures go uncontested and they end up going to the auction. So notice of list pendants, and we could see here in this notice of list pendants, where it says that the defendant, the unknown spouse, and everybody, you are being notified that you are being sued. That's what it means. And then it describes the property, on which is the property described in Miramar and Broward County, yada 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 yada, signed by the attorney for the association. And that was in 2017, August 2017. So then there's a complaint, and in the complaint, the plaintiff states their case. They're like, we're a homeowners association, and we have a jurisdiction over this property, and by virtue of the owner owning this and not paying the bills, we would like the court to rule in our favor. So this person didn't pay $4,481 for regular assessments, special assessments, interest, yada yada, fees, plus reasonable attorney's fee. The attorney always has to get paid. And by virtue of the defendant not making payment, so all this yada 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 yada. So then they have to attach evidence. So they're like, look, we have a declaration of covenant, and Article 6 says that they have to pay, and if they don't pay, we can initiate a suit, and yada 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 yada. Let's get to the bills. So we see this property has an assessment. So this is the ledger. This is where the money is. Where there's an assessment, $644, and then it's pretty hard to see. But then you see March dues, $199, April dues. So you can see that there's a special assessment of the $644, and then there's like a monthly assessment of $199. So you can calculate based on that if you were to acquire this property, you should be prepared to pay $200 to, if there's one special assessment of $644 a year, then it's like $250, $275, $300 a month for the association. So this property rents for $3,300 a month. So even acquiring at $97,000, the realtor's looking to flip it. What we always recommend to do is to rent it. So now if we go back to the case, the complaint, then everybody gets summoned. Then the summon returns, and then there's a hearing, and then there's a cancellation of the hearing, and then there's a notice of sale. So now they're saying, hey, that's going to go up for sale. And you can see on the note, let's take a look at the notice of sale. So they're like, hey, you are hereby notified that this case number and the plaintiff, it's going to be going 10 a.m. August 3rd, 2018 on Broward.realforeclose.com, which it did, and we won. So then the fee was paid, and then it has to be published. Proof of publication. Here's the thing about the foreclosure process. No matter what you think about it, good or bad, it's happening. No matter what. And if someone else is going to bid on it, why shouldn't it be us? Which is why I recommend everyone that's watching to visit some of our other websites, such as realestateinvestmentsconsulting.com, where we actually go through this case study in a point by point, and some other very exciting case studies that we've been a part of. So that I've been a part of. So we help people buy, rent, and sell profitable real estate investment deals. That's what our consulting firm does, with the help of Auction Artificial Intelligence. Auction Artificial Intelligence being a new technology, a beta technology, where we're working out the kinks, as you can see. What we have right now is a consulting service where we could show you where to find a deal, how to find the deal, how to get your bidder account set up, everything up until bidding on the property, winning the property, getting the title to the property, getting possession of the property, and if you so choose, helping you fix and flip it. So you can get your case study right now And that'll take you, let's see where it takes you. Look at this dog behind me. This dog behind me is going crazy. What's up, man? You okay, man? Look at this dog. You see this behind me? Let's put this on the main camera. This is it. Look at this dog. He's losing his mind. Yeah, man? Crazy. Alright, so step one, watch this video. And what you actually want to do, so you can watch that video, that's a placeholder video we have in there right now, which is still pretty cool. My mouse. So you can watch that, but you can either book a strategy session with us. So if you're watching this and you're like, hey, I want to get involved with this, book your strategy session right now, and we'll talk to you. We'll see if you're right for the program and what you would need. Or you could register for the webinar, which will take you to this page, and you could schedule a time where we'll be talking about the case study live, and you can hear what is going on and how we got it and how you could get it too. Because not only do we show you how to find it and how to bid on it, we also can show you how to fund it, and that's where my mentor Romeo Sykes comes in. Here's yet another website you should check out. RomeoSykes.com. And Romeo Sykes helps people find, fund, fix, and flip profitable real estate investment deals. You can see some of the deals right here. Flies on private jets. He works with a bunch of attorneys. He speaks at events. And he's been a top student at many millionaire pre-foreclosure, foreclosure, and real estate investment courses. So if you want to learn that, you can learn about the Romeo Sykes case study, and that's on RomeoSykes.com. realestateinvestments.com, realestateinvestmentsconsulting.com takes you to the consulting firm, and of course auctionartificialintelligence.com is the software. So if you want to do it yourself, this is where you can do it yourself. And you could also join us here on Deal Talk, and we would love to hear about your deals. So if you want to list your deal on here, then we may invite you to come on Deal Talk and talk about the deal and talk about doing more deals. That's what Deal Talk's all about. So back to our case study. Now we see, so there's this proof of publication. That's where we were. Let's go look at the proof of publication. So for, what are they doing out there? For the property, for the foreclosure to happen, everyone needs to be summoned. The judge needs to order on it. And then it needs to be published in the Broward Daily Business Review. And every county in the country has a business review of some kind. It's part of what being a county is. You have to have a court, you have to have a property appraiser, you have to have a tax collector. So this is why this system is so great. It's not some kind of loophole. It's not some kind of gimmick. This is something that's happening day in, day out, has always been happening, will continue to happen, and it's happening all across the country, all across the world, but we're focusing right now on Florida and the United States. But it's happening all the time. So Broward Daily Business Review, State of Florida, County of Broward. Before the undersigned authority personally appeared, Gerline Williams, who was at the time the legal clerk of the Broward Daily Business Review, yada 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 yada, notice of sale pursuant to Chapter 45, Silver Isles Homeowners Association versus Valerie Maglore. Affian further says, so you can see here it's saying that the sale is going to happen. I mean, you can read this yourself. Pause the video and read this if you want it, but I'm not going to waste your time with that. Then there is the bid sheet, and the bid sheet is fun. So up until this point, we had nothing to do with this foreclosure. We had nothing to do with who didn't pay and who started the foreclosure. All we were interested in is it was going up for auction, and the price it was going up for auction and how much equity is involved. So with a $500,000 house, and the realtor did his own comps, he's confident he can sell it at $500,000. We saw this property. Now we could see, what are we looking at here? The Broward County Clerk of the Circuit and County Court foreclosure sale bid log, Silver Isles Homeowners Association Inc. Plaintiff versus Maglore Valerie et al. Case number, sale date 8/3/2018. Pre-sale bids, Marie Andre, Henry Marcel. So it's all public, whether these people like it or not. This is a public record. I'm accessing it directly from a website that you, or if you're watching this browser on now, you could follow along, kids, and you can see what's going on. So all these people, they put in pre-sale bids. So these are people putting in bids before the bidding started. Then the bidding started at 10 a.m. on August 3rd, 2018. And we can see some of the pre-sale bids competed with each other. It started at $45,600. Then it went up to $60,500. Then it went $60,600. Then $70,500. And then that bid went up. And then it hit $74,600. And on that day, I can say that I was looking at a sheet very similar to this. But instead of this date, I was doing this. I was like, I am doing this wrong, because the way you want to do it is because there's just so much noise in the foreclosure auction that we gotta get rid of these because it's definitely closed. Okay, so 2019. Let's just get rid of all this. I don't know what's going on here. This is crazy. Why is technology? Clear. Perfect. So now let's go to 2018. Let's go to August. And let's go to August 3rd. Boom. Boom. So I was looking at a sheet just like this. And I had filtered at the time. Potential deal. True. So there was a lot of potential deals. There was 6 potential deals going that day, ranging from $271,000 in profit to right at that 270, all the way to $67,000 profit. So I started researching. I started looking at the different ones, and then I saw. So the one with the third most profit. So there's another property that went that day for $71,000 that had $271,000 in profit. This property went, and it left it with $257,000 in potential profit, and that's off a market value of $354, which is actually very low. So we're using conservative numbers here. But if we say the market value is actually $514,000, then now we're looking at $400,000 in profit. That's like our highest amount, right? So $416,000 in profit, but I mean, let's say it's $475,000. That's a happy middle, right? So $475,000, that's leaving $377,000 in profit. So with the 3.7, and that's that's what's left over. That's after the 97. So what's remaining then is it's about 200 to 240 in a mortgage that was doing a foreclosure, but then it stopped, which is really good as a potential deal, because then even if you weren't trying to flip it, you have a bunch of time to rent it. You could be renting that property for months, for at least like 12 months. So renting at $3,000 for 12 months, that's $36,000. You can already get a third back of what you spent, and then sell it for like $500,000, $475,000, and have your 30. So you have your 30. So you have about 400 minus the 245 first mortgage. So you still have like 150,000 in potential profit. Not bad. Not bad. So if we go back to the bid sheet, we could see that. So I was looking at these other properties and they were low, and some had their issues, but then this property came up, and it came up like out of nowhere. And so, but luckily I had it on the sheet. So and what the sheet has is all the shortcuts for everything I need. So it has the owner name, it has if it's their homestead, which it was. See, now that it's not a homestead because it's our investor partner which bought it. And so I did the research, and I saw that there was this first mortgage, and then there's a second mortgage which is actually superseded by this lien, which can be foreclosed. So that leaves this about $150,000 in profit. That is just incredible. So this deal was bought. He was so happy with it, and he's looking to sell it now. He showed it to I think it was his cousin or his aunt or someone, and she's looking to get involved in the program. So these are the kinds of deals that we can find. You're really seeing some of the back end work that goes into finding these deals. And by joining the program, we'll be able to show you really how to do this for yourself, because you may not think that you can get a real estate deal, but you actually probably can. And you need one of two things. You need cash or good credit. So if you have the cash, now we have people that come in and they say, hey, I just want to do one. I just want to try it. I want to do something small. Now, the way with the auction, with there being just so many deals that are going on, it really, you don't want to just start with one. You want to start with a couple of these deals, and because you really want to build a pipeline. Well, we're not trying to show you how to just do a one-off deal, and maybe we want to show you that this is a business. This is a business that's happening all the time. It is going to continue to happen, and you can either watch other people go in there and buy these properties at $70,000. What else were they buying these properties for? $97,000, $70,000. Look at this, $6,200, $1,100. Were these all bought by third-party bidders for these amounts? Okay, no, they only owe $24,000. These were just, did no one bid? Okay, no, they were canceled. So these three were bought. And now let's get into the 2018 deals, which is what I know you really want to see. Let's go from the Excel view. The Excel view is pretty nice. So if we go auction date, so January 2018. And are these already marked as potential deals? They have to be. Yeah, okay. So in January 2018, we have, now these are deals acquired by third-party bidders, but what I want to do, so we have 23 deals that went for $1 million, which is leaving how much in potential profit? I should be able to see this. That's crazy. $4,868,000 in potential profit. So for $1 million, there's $4 million in profit. $1 in, $4 out. Very interesting. Very interesting. Now let's change it from just ones that were purchased. What about the ones that weren't purchased? Because maybe someone didn't have the cash that day, because the auction only takes cash. No credit card, no financing, cash, money. You could wire it, you could bring it in a duffel bag, you could bring it as a cashier's check, but that's about it. Plaintiff. So these are ones that went to plaintiff. So these are some that people didn't purchase, but there's still enough profit. And the way we have it is, even if the plaintiff got it, we're still calculating from the amount that you could have gotten it for. So the plaintiff will usually get it because no one bid above it. But if you had bid, just the minimum amount, let me just confirm that. Yeah. So whatever so these are all potential deals. So now what we're looking at is how many deals? We're looking at 35, I believe, for like 1.5 million. $1,611,500 could have gotten you $7,980,000 in property. With $6,368,500 in potential profit. We're all seeing this, right? So this is in January 2018. Now let's sort it and let's go through the largest to the smallest. Don't break, Excel. Don't break on me. Don't cry for me. Come on, Excel. Come on. Come on. Wow. So, we have from $589,900 in profits. It was purchased for $80,000. Is it actually purchased? Okay, so this property. Let's see if this is an auction. Artificialintelligence.com. What's the address of this? Look at this. Look at this. Parcel ID. That's terrible. Let's see if we can find this on the website. See, I'm here to test it with you guys. This is all out in the open. It is all out in the open. No, this. Why isn't it doing it? This is not right, man. This is not right. This is not right, man. Maybe it's the unit. Which friggin' unit is it? 608? Okay. So, oh, yeah, whatever. Whatever, man. Whatever, man. Woo! $670,000 market value, rents $5,600 a month, $589,900 in profit, 14 MOR. What is MOR? That's months of rent. That is a term that we are coining here at Auction Artificial Intelligence. Months of rent required. So this property sold for 14 months of rent. So if you rent it at $5,600 a month. This is on Brickell Key Drive, Unit 608. So it's up on the 6th floor. It is a foreclosure that went through on 1/25/2018. We know it sold to a third-party bidder. It is a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom property with 1,800 square feet, built in 1998. Market value $673. It was assessed at $492. The wholesale value is $438. Rental value, current owner, $3,499 properties. What was the last sold for? There's no taxes due. It was sold $214. So the last time it was sold was by those people. So let's say they've been renting it since March 14th, April 1st. April 1st. That's 8 months of rent at 5,600. Say at 6,000, that's 48,000 rent. They almost have more than half of what they spent recovered. And now let's see what Zillow says its rent's for, because it may rent more. Maybe it rents less. Who knows? Let's take a look. Boom. Sold. What is it? Look at this. So it's in this building. 1,800 square feet. What is this thing rent for? Zestimate $900,000. Hello. Oh man, don't do that to me. Hello. Zestimate details. $47.95, not bad. So $47.95. Let's say 5,000. How about 4,000? 8 times 4. It's 32. My math is good. So minimum like 32,000 you could have made by now from your 80,000, and you could sell that property anywhere from 600,000, 700,000, 800,000, 900,000, and it hasn't been sold yet. So if these people are smart, they've been collecting rent for 8 months. Beautiful. What a beautiful deal. Final judgment, $6,632. So this is one similar to the deal we just got. It's worth a little more, and it's in Brickell, and it started at like under 10,000, and it got bid up for under $100,000. So this is going on all the time. So now there may be a mortgage, there may be something else going on with this. That's why it's good knowing the specifics, and it's good having the right consultant by your side. realestateinvestmentsconsulting.com, to be able to show you where the deals are. So if you're struggling out there looking for motivated sellers, you're sending out offers, you're doing the door knocking, you're doing all these things, and that's not really what you wanted to do in real estate. You wanted to retire, you wanted to, whatever it is you wanted to do. It's a lot of work to do motivated seller real estate. Now don't get me wrong, it's not impossible, but for people out there that maybe never have invested or just looking for a formula that just can work consistently, there's nothing like the auction. There's no wheeling and dealing. There's just what properties are going, where's the profit, where are the pitfalls, what's the maximum that you should pay for it, and then go from there, and then just show up every day. And that's why we're doing this broadcast right now. We're going to continue to do these broadcasts. Deal Talk, as the voice of Deal Talk here, I wanted to let everyone know what is going on. Bring my lower third back. That's right. The voice of Deal Talk here to show you what is going on at the auction. And it's happening all the time, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're a real estate agent, if you're looking to invest and you're looking for a way to do it, this is the way to do it. But I wouldn't recommend doing it alone, because there's who wants to do anything alone? Look at this property. It's on the water. It's on Brickell Key. Ooh, look at that. Look at this view that you get. You like this view? Oh, look at that. That's so cool. Boom. Look at that. Now we're looking at deals. Now we're talking. This is the way. Oh, look at this. We could see it from the water. Google ain't messing around. Whoa. What? Look at this. Look, that's the building. Boom. On the water. So you'd be like on the 6th floor. Whoa. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. That's nice. Boom. Look at this. Who doesn't want to live this lifestyle? So maybe you're in some part of the world and it's cold. It's not cold here. It's gorgeous outside. I don't know if you can see out that window, but it's like 80 degrees out there. And it is gorgeous. So you don't have to be in South Florida to need to do these deals, because it's online. Boom. That's a great deal. Let's see, what else do we have going on? Let's go back to our sheet. Isn't this exciting? I'm starting to have some fun. So here's the next deal. Oh, we're going by the most profit. That's why we're not going by the date, because who cares what the date is? We just care about the money. Where's the money? So the next deal, 483,000 in potential profit. Oh, we got to see this one. And then instead of doing the auction property address, let's do the appraiser address, because that's what we're using, because we are proper. So now we're down in Cutler Bay. I think we've seen this property. That's okay. Oh, you. Yes. So just put in the street address and it will show up. That's what you need to do. So what, $540,000 market value? What the hell? $4,500 in rent down in Cutler Bay. $483,000 in potential. 13 MOR. 13 MOR. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good deal. 13 months of rent. That's not bad. Let's see if these people have had it for that long. Boom, boom, boom. What is this? 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom properties. I love these houses. Built in 2006, right in the peak of the market. Rental value $4,500. Ooh, taxes due $12,000 in taxes due. You like this information that's showing up right here? That's right. We tell you how much in taxes are due, how much taxes have been paid. These people have paid $63,000 in taxes, with an average of $9,109. And then the research quick assist. Let's see. What does Zillow have to say about all this? What does Zillow have to say? Does Zillow agree with this madness? Cutler Bay, 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom. His estimate $617,000. And they bought this property for how much? How much did they buy this property for? Sold $56,300. Get the flip out of here. Get the flip out of here. So, and do they still own this? Do they still own this thing? Last sale. Dun, dun, dun. Ooh. 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 What happened here? Who is this? Warranty deed? Wait. Do we have a case study? Like, unlike any other case study? So they bought this property for $56,000. Let's see, does this show up here? Because we have a new metric. True. So this property was sold after the auction for $590,000, leaving $533,700 in profit. This property was purchased in January. This is a flip. I gotta clap this one up. Now we're talking. Now this is someone who is doing the auction the right way. I congratulate these people. They just walked away with as much as $533,000 in goddamn profit. I don't know how much. You have like no holding cost. They bought this January 5th, 2018, and they sold it February 14th, 2018. For $590,000. That's outrageous. They just made $533,000 in less than 60 days. Let me just confirm this. This is crazy. Let's go to the property appraiser. Look at that house. That's a fat house. Doesn't have a pool, but it is. There's a lot of house on that lot. There's a $100,000 deed. Then there's a $590 It looks like they did a double flip. So they bought it at 56. They flipped it to 100. And then they sold it again for 590. Oh my God. Congratulations. Dominic fucking Colombo. I'm sorry for the cursing, but whew. You see what I'm starting to say here? We just got to the second deal. This is blowing me away. Plaintiff max bid $11,000. It sold for $56,000, and they sold it for $590,000. If anything, they flipped it for $100, so they almost doubled their money the first time. But then they sold it. So that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's not crazy because it's the auction. Oh, I know this area. Look at this. Can we see this property? I don't know if we can. Boom, ba-dum. Can we see like? Boom. Look at this. Look at the grass in this area. You know it's a nice area when the grass looks like that. Look at that fucking grass. That grass ain't plain. Look, we can see outside Oak Cutler. Boom. Boom. Where is this property? I guess it's over there. Yeah, it's definitely in there. Look at that. You see some of those properties in there? $56,000. Flipped to $590. That's $500,000 in profit. Do you see what's going on here? This is incredible. If you like, hit the like button on this video, on the stream. We're doing a multi-stream right now, so I don't even know if people are chatting or doing whatever. I'm gonna add this to the watch list. That's a deal. That is a deal right there, if I've ever seen one. That's incredible. Let's see what's next. What do we got going? And so when you add it to your watch list, just so I can show you what's going on, where you want to go is your favorite listings, and then boom, here's that listing we just saw. So you add it, and then you can see it. There's that other one I think I added the other day. We're gonna get rid of that one. That one's not so fun. This is why you have to look at it in the right way, and why we're always perfecting the technology, because this is the kind of view that we want to bring to people that are subscribed to Auction Artificial Intelligence. But if you subscribe, if you become a member right now, I will give you access to the Excel sheet, to this Excel sheet that we're looking at. That will be one of the bonuses. So if you sign up right now, you know, we will include the Excel sheet, and there's also a Google Drive sheet where you can see everything that's going on. And let's just keep it going. Let's see what else is going on. Now you see we have these columns. So we have the potential deal column. We calculate deals in a couple different ways. We have potential deals, then we have potential wholesale deals, we have the MOR and potential rental deals. And then we're also looking at if it's been sold after the auction. So, and if it was sold for more than what it was purchased for. If it was sold for less, then something's wrong. Somebody came in and took it over. But if it was sold for more, then there's definitely a flip. And if it was after the auction, then there's something going on. So the next one that was sold was this one down here. We see 146,000, 157,000 in profit. And then there's a potential of rental profit. So based on, and this is right now, this is auto updated. So there's, in that property, there's no rental profit available because of the amount that it went for. And but that right there, I may just cut off this video short right here and just end it with that, where there's how many of those $500,000 deals do you need? And we can see that there's other deals, and this is just January. This is just 1 month of last year. So tune in to the next episode of Deal Talk, where we'll be going through the rest of the January 2018 deals. We'll go through some more of the features on auctionartificialintelligence.com. Let me thank you for watching. and seeing these deals that are going on here on Deal Talk. I hope that it maybe you learned something new. Maybe you'll now think about something. Maybe have someone in mind that this would be perfect for. We'd love to hear from them. We'd love to hear from you. And this is Richard Troutner, the voice of Deal Talk, signing out. Thanks for watching.